The scorching sun blazed over the vast African savanna, turning the once lush grasslands into a parched expanse of dust and thirst. In the middle of this dry wilderness, a mother buffalo and her young calf struggled to find water. Their hooves sank into the cracked earth as the heat shimmered in the distance. Driven by desperation, the mother buffalo lifted her head and sniffed a faint scent of moisture carried by the wind. Her instincts told her that water was near a river, hidden deep beyond the ridge. But what she didn't know was that this river had become home to something far more dangerous than thirst itself. A massive electric eel mutated by chemical waste from a long-abandoned laboratory upstream. Its body was colossal, glistening with electric patterns that danced beneath its slimy, armor-like skin. Every movement of the creature sent ripples of energy through the water, capable of stunning even the largest of animals. As the buffalo stepped into the shallow edge of the river, the eel stirred beneath the surface, sensing vibrations, hunger awakening in its monstrous body. The moment the mother buffalo lowered her head to drink, the calm surface erupted in a violent surge of water and light. The eel exploded upward with terrifying speed, its elongated body twisting like a living bolt of lightning. With jaws wide enough to engulf her head, it coiled around her neck, sending thousands of volts of electricity crackling through her body. The air filled with the sharp scent of ozone and the agonizing bellow of the buffalo. Her calf stood frozen on the shore, bleeding helplessly. Birds scattered from the trees, and smaller animals fled in panic. The once peaceful river had turned into a scene of horror. Meanwhile, in the distance, a patrol vehicle from the Wildlife Rescue Task Force was making its rounds. Inside, Ranger Arjun heard the faint cry echo through Savanna, a sound unlike any other. Pain mixed with desperation. Without hesitation, he grabbed his binoculars and scanned the horizon. What he saw made his heart freeze, a massive shape thrashing the river, glowing faintly blue. "That's not normal," he muttered, slamming the accelerator. The rescue team sprang into action, sirens blaring as they raced toward the scene. As the team arrived, the ground trembled beneath them. The eel had grown to an unimaginable size, nearly the length of a train carriage. Its electric discharges lit up the air like flashes of lightning, and each time it struck, the mother buffalo convulsed in agony. Arjun and his team, Mira, the medic, and Ravi, the tranquilizer expert, immediately set up a perimeter. They knew they had only moments before the buffalo's heart gave out. "Ravi, load the heavy tranquilizer darts. We're bringing this beast down," Arjun shouted. The giant eel turned its glowing eyes toward the rescuers, sensing their interference. With a hiss that sounded like crackling electricity, it surged forward, parting the water in a massive wave that slammed against the riverbank. Arjun dove aside just in time, mud splattering his uniform. Mira rushed forward, scanning the buffalo with her thermal reader. "She's weak but alive," she shouted. They needed a plan, and fast. Arjun ordered Ravi to distract the eel while he used the vehicle's winch cable to pull the buffalo to safety. Ravi took aim and fired a tranquilizer dart directly into the eel's head. The creature let out a deafening screech, thrashing wildly, sending shockwaves of electricity through the water that nearly knocked Ravi off his feet. Sparks danced along the ground, and the rescue truck's lights flickered. "It's resisting the sedative." Mira yelled over the chaos. Arjun gritted his teeth and hooked the cable around the buffalo's horns. "Hold on, girl," he whispered, pressing the winch button. The machine whirred, dragging the buffalo inch by inch out of the deadly water. The eel struck again, wrapping its coils around the buffalo's hind legs. Arjun grabbed a flare gun, firing directly into its eyes. The explosion of red light disoriented the beast, forcing it to release its grip momentarily. The team pulled harder, mud and water splashing everywhere. Mira administered a shot of adrenaline to the buffalo. As soon as she was clear of the water, the creature's chest rose and fell weakly. She was barely hanging on. But before they could breathe, the eel slithered onto land, electricity arcing across its body like living lightning. The rescue team backed away, weapons raised. The eel's massive head loomed above them, mouth wide, showing rows of sharp, glowing teeth. Each breath it took released a low hum, like a generator charging up. "Everyone, stay low," Arjun barked. The team ducked behind the truck as the eel released a blinding surge of power. The ground smoked, tires melted, and the air turned into a sizzling storm of energy. Arjun rolled to the side, pulling out a special insulated net, one designed for capturing electric creatures. "We've only got one shot at this," he shouted. Ravi helped him unfold the net as Mira used the truck's loudspeaker to lure the eel's attention away. The beast lunged at the sound, jaws snapping like thunder. Arjun and Ravi threw the net just as it struck. The mesh wrapped around its body, glowing as it absorbed the current. The eel roared and twisted violently, trapped but not yet subdued. The team activated a containment generator, sending pulses of countercurrent electricity to neutralize the beast's power. The air filled with light, and the eel's glowing body slowly dimmed. When the crackling finally stopped, the massive eel lay motionless, its once vibrant skin now dull and lifeless. The river, moments ago a cauldron of chaos, fell silent. Arjun approached cautiously, his boots squelching in the mud. "It's down," he confirmed, signaling the team. Mira rushed to the buffalo's side, cleaning her wounds and checking her pulse. "She's stable," she said, relief flooding her voice. The calf, who had hidden behind a bush during the battle, came running to its mother's side. The touching sight brought tears to Mira's eyes. Arjun, still breathing heavily, looked toward the sky. The sun was setting, casting golden light across the savanna. "Another life saved," he murmured. But as they examined the eel, they realized it wasn't a natural creature. Metallic implants and faint mechanical circuits lined its body. "This thing was engineered," Ravi said grimly. The realization sent chills down their spines. This wasn't just a random mutation. It was a man-made monster. Night fell over the plains as the rescue team camped near the river. The buffalo rested beside her calf, breathing steadily under Mira's care. Meanwhile, Arjun and Ravi examined the eel's remains under the light of their flashlights. Embedded deep within its skull was a strange tracking chip marked with faded corporate insignia. Someone created this and lost control of it, Arjun said. Mira joined them, holding a tablet displaying satellite scans. If this thing escaped from a lab, there could be more. The team exchanged worried looks. Their mission, which began as a simple animal rescue, had turned into something much larger, a mystery that hinted at illegal experiments in the wild. As the campfire crackled, Arjun made a vow. They would report this, no matter who tried to cover it up. The stars glimmered above, the wind whispering through the grass, carried with it both peace and unease. The next morning, the team escorted the mother buffalo and her calf to a safer reserve far from the contaminated river. The sun rose like a promise, washing the land with light and hope. As they drove, Mira turned back to look at the buffalo walking freely behind the truck. "She's a survivor," she said softly. Arjun nodded. "And so are we." But deep in his heart, he knew their work was far from over. The mystery of the electric eel still lingered, and somewhere hidden in the wild, more creatures like it might be waiting. The savanna stretched endlessly before them, both beautiful and dangerous, a place where nature and human folly often collided. The rescue team had faced death, electricity, and fear, and triumphed not through strength, but through compassion. As they disappeared into the horizon, the camera of fate zoomed out, revealing the silent river, now calm, its dark waters concealing untold secrets beneath. The story of the heroic rescue team and the thirsty mother buffalo would live on, a testament to courage, sacrifice, and the enduring bond between humans and the wild. Later that afternoon, the wildlife rescue team reported the incident to the Central Research Department in Nairobi. Scientists were astonished by the evidence. The massive eel, its metallic circuits, and the strange electric residue in the river. A group of biologists arrived by helicopter, their faces tense with curiosity and concern. "This isn't evolution," one of them whispered, examining the eel's scales under ultraviolet light. "It's design." Arjun stood quietly beside them, watching the mother buffalo and her calf graze peacefully near the truck. The contrast between nature's innocence and humanity's dangerous experiments filled him with unease. Mira approached with a small vial of the river's water, which shimmered faintly blue under the sun. "The contamination level is rising," she said softly. If more creatures are exposed, this whole ecosystem could change. Arjun clenched his jaw. Then we stop it before it spreads, he replied firmly. The mission that began as a rescue had now transformed into a fight to protect all life in the Savanna. That night, a fierce storm rolled across the plains, lightning flashing like echoes of the eel's power. The rescue team huddled inside their tent as thunder shook the earth. Outside, the buffalo mother shielded her calf under a tree, her silhouette strong and calm despite the roaring wind. Arjun stared at the flickering flame of the lantern, lost in thought. Maybe nature's trying to fight back, he murmured. Mira looked up from her medical notes. Or maybe it's trying to warn us. The storm intensified, rain hammering against the tents. But within the chaos, there was also renewal. The river began to flush clean as fresh rainwater poured through the valley. The electric glow beneath its surface slowly faded, washed away by nature's own healing force. When dawn arrived, a rainbow arched across the sky, a rare sign of peace after the fury of the storm. By morning, the wildlife rescue team prepared to depart. The mother buffalo stood beside the truck, her wounds healed enough to walk freely, her calf playfully nudging her side. Arjun looked over the horizon, where the sun painted the landscape gold. Ravi packed up the last of their gear, while Mira logged the incident report into the satellite device. We'll send the samples to the research base. Maybe they'll find who created that thing, she said. Arjun nodded, but his eyes remained distant, fixed on the wilderness beyond. Whatever it was, it won't be the last, he said quietly. The wild always remembers. The team climbed into their vehicle, ready for the long drive back to headquarters. The sound of the engine echoed across the plains, blending with the soft calls of savanna birds. A reminder that even in a world scarred by human mistakes, hope and courage could still rise from the dust.